Bayonetta 3 stuff. I feel like I've already talked about it like 5 times, but I'll do it again in case my take was lost to the river of time. Absolutely terrible what Helena Taylor was offered. $4,000 to do that whole game on a character she helped be like build as an iconic character. Her voice very recognizable as Bayonetta. Offering $4,000 to her, truly shit. I don't think anyone would disagree. They very clearly did that because they wanted to force her out. I don't think it was a legitimate offer. They replaced her with Jennifer Hale, one of the biggest voice actresses of all time. You've got to be out of your goddamn mind to think Jennifer Hale accepted that role for $4,000. So 100% they wanted a bigger name to push that game. So they got rid of Helena Taylor for her, but they didn't want to just like fire her. They gave her an insulting offer so she'd walk on her own. It would have been better just to fire her. I mean, it would have been a lot less scummy. Still shitty considering everyone recognizes Bayonetta's voice. It's very distinguished. Like, it's very silly to replace it in the third fucking game. But, like, let's say you did want to move on to a bigger name. There's a way of doing that gracefully. You know, like a thank you for all the hard work you've done here, as opposed to insulting their work with a $4,000 offer to replace them. It's silly. How much did they offer the new VA? I have no idea, but it's very, very, very much higher than $4,000. You guys might not know Jennifer Hale's name, but you know her work. She has voiced in pretty much everything that you've watched and played for like 20 years. Why did I go to her Wikipedia instead of her IMDb? Literally like everything. She is not getting signed on for $4,000, I'll tell you right now. I don't know if it was Platinum Games or if it was Nintendo. Because from what I recall, the reason Bayonetta's even on the Switch, why Bayonetta 2 even happened, is because Nintendo agreed to take up all of the financial burden of the game. So I really do wonder if it was Nintendo who said we need a bigger name for Bayonetta, so we need to get Helena Taylor out, here's $4,000, or if it was Platinum. I would be very curious to know, like, definitively, who made that call. Because it definitely seems more like a Nintendo decision than a Platinum Games decision, but I could be biased because I'm such a Platinum Games fan. They've made some of my favorite games. Nintendo would have sued her as well. True. I mean, they still probably will. I'm pretty sure her telling her salary, like their offer, was against the NDA. And with Nintendo, they are going to enforce the fuck out of that, I bet. Yeah, like Babylon's Fall, right? You take that name out of your mouth. That wasn't Platinum Games. That was Platinum Games' evil twin. Platinum Games have made so many bangers, but they have been in a downward spiral, I will admit. Fucking Babylon's Fall. Is Hideki still on Twitter? I believe his account is restricted. So I think this is important to clear up confusion. Hideki Kamiya, the one on Twitter who everyone immediately flocked to start, like, bringing this to his attention, he blocks everyone. And he's blocked everyone for 10 years. One of his rules on his Twitter is if you speak English, I block you. Like, he blocks legitimately everybody. So everyone's saying, like, oh, he's blocking me, which means I got him where it hurts. You didn't. This guy is just a menace. He blocks everybody. The Wonderful 101 Kickstarter reward was getting unblocked by him. I didn't remember that. Jesus. Yeah, I'm surprised more people didn't know that. It became a big meme on Twitter, the check if you're blocked by Kamiya meme. Because almost everyone who speaks English is. If he sees you speaking English, he blocks you. Even if you don't reply to him, if he sees you speaking English, he blocks you. And has for years. Yeah, most people just wrote it off as him being quirky. But it is kind of cringe, especially when like a legitimate situation gets brought up. Man, he is wilding out on Twitter right now, though. He has made, Jesus Christ, about 20-something tweets in the last 15 hours. The man is a prolific shitposter. He's got 240,000 tweets. He spends more time on Twitter than he does at the studio. Sucks knowing the full story because from what we have heard, she's done a great job with Bayo. Jennifer Hale does a great job in everything she's in. I can't recall a single one of her 2 billion games I've played where I'm like, damn, this voice acting's shit. At least from her. Like she's just good, which is why she's one of the biggest. Would you have taken the offer to would you have taken the offer to voice Bayonetta for 4K? That's not a good question to ask me. I'm not in a position where like I need money for voice acting services. I do voice acting because it's fun and I know I'm bad at it, so it becomes like a self-aware kind of joke when I do it. But for an actual professional, that is beyond insulting, especially for a title like Bayonetta. I don't like that she's throwing shade at the new actress. That was the only thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. How she was saying Jennifer Hale doesn't have the right to call herself Bayonetta or something to that effect. That was a little weird. Like, it's not Jennifer Hale's fault, right? I don't know why she would get mad at Jennifer Hale. She took the job. She took the job probably not knowing Helena Taylor was offered such dog shit to force her out of the game. I don't think they told her that, like, hey, Jennifer, we want you to voice Bayonetta 3 because the last voice actress we decided to offer a